If you've been following our digital channels over the last couple of months, you know all about Hey Jay, an opportunity to hear and talk about some of the things that's happening with the INDYCAR Series. This, of course, is a longtime president of INDYCAR, Jay Frye. We're taking it to another level, though. This is the video version.
Really big.
Jay, this is
for
innovation. Here we go. Yeah. We're here. By the way, we're coming to you from the basement collection at the IMS Museum. It is fabulous down here. This is the Sonax detailing bay where they bring in all the cars to clean them up. It's fantastic.
Very cool.
And fans are able to take private tours here. Check in with the folks at the IMS Museum for more on that. But I thought we'd take an opportunity before we move on to 2023 to kind of look back at 2022 because so many great things happened this year.
There was a bunch of great things in 2022, yes. Yeah. But like we mentioned earlier, 2023 is fast upon us, and people always ask us, what do you do between the seasons, your off season?
Well, and what do you do, Jay?
We're all, I guess, exhausted.
Yes.
We're getting ready for the 2023 season. You end and you immediately pivot to the new year. So we went through our off-season meeting cadences, and so we've got our team manager meeting, driver meeting, got an owner meeting coming up, and things are looking really good for 2023. But it's always good to reflect on the previous season because you provide me these great sheets every year, which shows all the great things that happened. And
it's a long list.
It's a long list, people. I mean, it's a really long list, right? And every year we think, you know, it's hard to believe that this year's list was bigger and better than last year's list. But that's the competition that the NTT INDYCAR Series currently has. It's just amazing. So let's just talk about some of the great things that happened in 2022.
Let's talk about, obviously, 9 different winners from 6 different countries, which is spectacular. The passes this year, 5,881.
Yeah, it's funny. There's so the F1 guys are good friends. Stefano and all the people at F1 are great friends. So I'm gonna preface this like that. But a couple weeks ago, they came out with a social media post saying that they had 785-ish or something like that passes for their past season. And I'm like, okay, well, they need to be holding our beer, right? I mean, we had 5,881 on-track passes for the 2022 season. So this is spectacular. Again, amazing competitors, amazing paddock that we have, just incredible competition.
Yeah, most in 7 years, which is spectacular for the year. It's a lot. And then further on, I mean, the intense competition, on-track passing records were set at the IMS Road Course. You had the rain race here.
There was a lot of passes at that race.
There was, Belle Isle, as we said goodbye to that, again, on-track passing records. Nashville, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Laguna Seca. Crazy year.
Awesome. Yeah, so again, I think that just adds up to the big total that we had. We also had, I think, at Nashville, the closest finish in the history of INDYCAR on the street course, right? Which is pretty cool between Scott and
Scott McLaughlin.
Scott, yeah. So it's a really unique season in general. I think one of the coolest things on the sheet is we had 2 drivers this year finish every lap. It was Scott Dixon and Will Power. That's only happened, I think, 5 times in the history of INDYCAR, right? That's right. So that's a huge, I think, statistic and a huge compliment to those 2 drivers and those 2 teams because that is a big team effort. Right? You completed every lap. Yeah. I mean, that's the engine, the driver, the car, the pit crew, everything to make everything just right. That's happened 5 times in our history, and it happened 2 times this year. It's pretty big.
It's pretty crazy. And how good is Scott Dixon? He's now done that twice in his career.
Yeah, so there you go.
Which is crazy. Will Power, of course, broke Mario Andretti's 37-year-old record for all-time INDYCAR Series poles. And then you talk about the 500. I mean, it was an all-time historical race when it came to how fast these guys were going.
That was one of those back-to-back years. So I remember in 2022, I think, or 2021, it was the fastest field at that time ever. And then 2022, we came and we broke that. So we had the fastest pole, the fastest front row, and the fastest field in the 106-year history of the Indianapolis 500. So that's, again, this sheet is just, it's amazing, again, that we have this kind of competition week in and week out. It's never boring.
You mentioned the great competition as you look ahead to 2023. You had the team managers meeting, you've had the drivers meeting. What changes, what can happen to make it even better for next year?
It's funny, some of there's redundancies from year to year at times. So, like for instance, this year in Nashville, we were kind of called out during qualifying that they need to look at something. We're they. When they say they, that's us, right? Okay. So they looked at it the year before, and we collectively all decided, we looked for a consensus to keep it the way it was. No problem. So we go into the 2022 season, something happens again. So we looked at it again this offseason as part of our offseason meeting cadence. So there could be some changes and some things going into 2023 based off of some of the things that they and we saw. So there's some great things coming on the car. There's some great things coming with the tires. We'll be running the Shell 100% renewable fuel in 2023, which is really cool. So there's a lot of really cool things coming up through the pipeline for 2023.
In the meantime, Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2023. And a quick reminder for you fans too, we're going to be doing Hey Jay throughout the course of next year. If you got a question, put it on social media, hashtag Hey Jay, and the president of INDYCAR, Jay Frye, will answer it for you.
Yes, we certainly want to wish everybody a happy holiday, Merry Christmas. We appreciate you. We appreciate all you do. Thank you for being fans of the NTT INDYCAR Series, and I will look forward to seeing you in 2023. Thank you.